Hello and welcome to WPLMS tutorials. In this tutorial we are going to learn about user guided tours in WPLMS. So let's see what user guided tours are. So in your WPLMS app screen, on the top right section you'll see a question mark icon, and when you click on it, it's going to load some tours. So tour is a stepwise guide to a user to perform any step. So once the tour is active, you can see the icon is now blinking, and here we can search for any tour. For example, we want to search on how to add students to a particular course, and we can search to find a tour. And when we click on this tour, you can see that on the top right our tour is now active, and this is the first screen which is describing what the tour is all about. And here we have the start tour button and the cancel button. So we click on start tour button to start our tour, and when we click on it, it is going to show a pop-up which appears on the screen, and it is pointing to click on this particular step to manage the courses. So this is the step title and the description of what we have to do, and we have the stop tour button. So when we click on stop tour, it is going to stop the tour. On the top left we have the number of steps, total number of steps in the tour, and which one is the current step. And on the right we have the progress bar, how many steps we have completed. On the further top right of the app screen, you can see that our tour is active and the icon is blinking, and which tour is active is being displayed. So now it is asking us to click on the manage courses to proceed in the tour. So when we click on the manage courses, it proceeds, and then it moves to the second step, and it is asking us to manage this course. So now if you try to scroll away from the screen, you can see what happens is that our tour, because it is active, it is forcing us to continue on the tour, which is why we have added the blink icon, because it is constantly tracking on which step of the tour we are in, and it is going to force us to complete the tour. So even when you migrate away from the current component, the tour is still going to be active, and it is still going to try and locate the step on which you are on, unless and until you stop the tour directly from the stop link or on the top right section of the screen. So when we come back, as and when the tour step is available, it is going to locate and scroll us to the tour step. Again, it is expecting a click, so we click on this, and then the next step appears. Here it is telling us to open the course administrator controls, and here again it is expecting us to click. So when we click on it, so the next step is that we have to click on this icon, and it is again expecting us to click on this. So here we click, and now we have to search for the student and select the student to confirm that the student has been added. Now notice that here we do not have any click action. Instead, it is asking us to click on this arrow key to move to the next step. So once we have selected, you can move on to the next step, and here it is asking us to click add student to the course, and our tour has been completed. So here we can see that this was the guided tour using which we were able to add the student in the course. So the tours are located in the YBP all tours, and you can create unlimited tours for your website and change the description as well. So these are all the tours which are currently available. So as soon as you open this screen of all the tours are actually imported into your site, and the remaining ones will also be updated. So now you can see when we edit any tour, so here we have the edit quiz tour, and we edit it. So here you write the title of the tour and a short description of what the tour is about, and then we have the tour components. So So this is the component area, so which means that this is the course. So this is a tour for the course component. Likewise, you can select members, X profile, activity. So what all components are available, you will be able to see them and create the user guided tours for them. Then we have the user type, so you can create tours specifically for all the users or student users, instructors, or the member types, because for member types also you can create different tours. And then we have the tour steps. So notice that in the tour steps, the first one is the selector. So if you know how to use CSS and JavaScript, you can accurately select the right step. The important point is that this should be a unique selector when you are reaching on the page. Then we have the step title and the step description. And then we have the action, which describes how you want the step to proceed. So the view is where the next icon will appear. So earlier we saw that we got a green forward icon to move to proceed in the tour. So the view will give you the green icon. Then we have the on click, so we click on the element to proceed to the next one. Then we have the on change. So on change is basically for the input selectors, input fields, input types. And then we have the on drag. These are for the draggable elements. So most of the time you'll be using click, and you can create steps. So here to create a new step, we can simply click on add new step, and then we can write the selector, step title, step description, and the mode in which it will proceed. And then you can update any tour to update it. Similarly, you can create a new tour as well. So we go back to the all tours, and you can click on add new to create a new tour. So you can write a description, you can write a title, description, and configure the tour according to your requirements. So this way you can create tours for both student, instructors, or any other member type in your site. So that's it from WP Elements Tutorials. Thanks for watching.